Today I'm going to be reviewing Logitech's G923 and Play Seat Challenge X pedals, as well as Logitech's G driving force shifter. Let's get right into it. Alright, so here is the gear shifter box. It just comes with the shifter, and it works with the wheel, and it is a 6-speed shifter with push down reverse. Lock into each gear quickly and securely. Here we are opening it up. It is wrapped in plastic just to keep it nice and in shape. Here we are pulling out the shift out of the plastic. There's a little plastic sheet covering the label there, which you can take off, and also on the bottom you have a screw thing to help you clamp on the desk, as well as those little things on the side. You basically go lefty loosey, righty tighty to put it on your desk to clamp it down, and you can push down, twist to the right to lock them. And yeah, here's the 6 gears and the reverse. And this is a cable that you plug into the wheel to help set up with the actual connection between the gear shift and the wheel. And here's also just a connection manual, how it goes into the steering wheel, as well as a diagram showing you how to clamp on your desk. Here we have the wheel and the pedals box. I got the one that also works with Xbox. I'm pretty sure either one you could, like the PlayStation one or the Xbox one, either one works with PC. So I just got this one because it was at Best Buy. Here it is, also wrapped in plastic, the wheel and the pedals. And this is just a cord to essentially give the steering wheel some power that you just plug into a receptacle. So here's the wheel. We got some buttons. We got the Xbox A, X, Y, B, as well as the Xbox home button and a D-pad and lots of different stuff. Comes with that blue aluminum strip on the top there to help you tell what is the center of the wheel. And yeah, pretty cool. It also has the same kind of twisting mechanism as the gear shift. You just twist and clamp on your desk. It's got the paddle shifters on the side, and also the cable that it comes with. This you just plug straight into the PC because it is a USB, and it also has a little bar in the middle there to help with wire traffic, I guess. Here is the pedals, the acceleration, brake, and clutch. Here is also a thing for the carpet. You basically just flip that down and those little spikes stick into the carpet to help them stay still. This cable goes into the steering wheel. I found that the brake had a bit of resistance than I would have thought. Like, it's a bit harder to push down than the acceleration and clutch, but it is what it is. And here is the power bank that you plug into the wall, into the steering wheel itself. This is what it looks like with all the wires connected into the steering wheel, and try my best to make it a little bit organized in the bottom. Here we are just preparing to clamp the steering wheel onto the desk. This is what it looks like to actually have it all set up and play. I've never used one of these kinds of things before, and to be quite honest, it was really hard to play in the beginning, but slowly got better and better. So yeah, here we are just testing out on some races. It definitely does feel really nice and real. Obviously, like in the game you can't stall, so like obviously the mechanics aren't super realistic, but it is really cool to have the whole setup with the pedals and wheel and clutch and shift and everything. So you can also play in automatic, as you see in this clip right here. And also there is an app that you can install, and I think you should install for the wheel and like your equipment. It just like basically upgrade, like just it upgrades it, and it just makes it so much better. Like the steering feels a lot better, the shifting feels better, everything just seems to like just get set up if you install this app. It's Logitech G, and take a look at that. Overall, it's really cool to be able to test this kind of equipment with different types of cars and even trucks. But yeah, I would say this is a really good way if you want to try to learn manual and drifting too. Drifting's really hard. It's kind of like when you were able to play Mario Kart with the Wii steering wheel, kind of something like that, but obviously a lot more realistic, a lot better. As you drive, the wheel will react in a way that is, I would say, probably like you have to counter steer, because if you're making a turn or a drift, then your steering wheel is gonna kind of like naturally go the certain way, and you kind of have to counter steer, and it vibrates if you're on rough ground, and it just feels overall real, and it makes it a really good experience rather than just to play with a normal controller. I'm not a professional when it comes to this kind of stuff, but from what I experienced, this was really fun. Being able to drive with a wheel instead of a controller was really fun. It felt really realistic. I think it was very enjoyable, and if you're ever curious about what it's like, then, you know, to try a driving simulator or a racing simulator with this kind of equipment, I definitely say it's worth a try. It's quite an investment. It wasn't cheap, I will just say that, so definitely do your research before you just blindly buy one. I think that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one, Lord willing. Peace out.